Daedric quest. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Pekkanen. This is all Daedric quests. I'm gonna get started right away. There are 15 Daedric quests in Skyrim. 15 out of the 16 Daedric princes. The only one that there isn't a Daedric quest for is, what's her name? Sorry, I'm blanking here. The only one that there isn't a Daedric quest for is Nocturnal. The other 15 all have Daedric quests, and this is the speedrun to complete all of them. And I'm not going to go too much into what we're doing in the first, 2 minutes of the run, because it's basically the same as every other Skyrim speedrun. We do a load warp to get out of Helgen faster. And then after getting out of Helgen, the first thing we want to do is run east to get a horse to start horse tilting. The weird thing that some of you may have noticed if you were astute is I'm playing as a Nord, and this is pretty unusual. Most Skyrim speedruns are done as High Elves because they're the tallest and they have the fastest movement speed. And this is the first route of any Skyrim speedrun that is played as a Nord. Also, I got that load work first try, which I think is pretty cool. And Nords are one of 4 races that have a specific way of doing a faster alchemy loop. There's this glitch called super stacking, which is only exclusive to specific races, and each race can do it with a specific item. It's like Nords, Imperials, Khajiit, and Argonians, and to do it as a Nord, you have to be a vampire and get an item called the Bonehawk Amulet. And that's why we're playing as a Nord. It allows us to do super stacking with an item called a Bonehawk Amulet, and this allows us to do a faster alchemy loop. While Nords aren't quite as fast as High Elves, they are faster than the other 3 races that can also do super stacking, which means for this category, they have the best balance between movement speed and how fast you can do the alchemy loop. The main reason why we have to do an alchemy loop in this category is that each of the Daedric quests has a level requirement, and the highest level requirement of the Daedric quest is Boethiah's quest, which requires level 30. So we need to do an alchemy loop primarily to get to level 30. Because otherwise that would take way too long. Gonna pick up the fast travel point for Hamar's Shame here while I do my horse tilt. I'm gonna try to get it. Please let me get this. Am I gonna die? Yeah, wow.
I do have to ask the question, because you obviously also ran Skyrim at the most recent mainline GDQ event. How are we feeling not having an audience of people screaming on every horse tilt?
Feels much nicer, honestly.
You were a champ with that marathon performance, and I am wishing you a very quiet and peaceful horse tilting adventure for the remainder of this run.
Okay, hopefully I can pick up the Hamar's Shame fast travel location in this first horse tilt. This is a location that we need to do the Clavicus File Daedric quest. There we go, we got it. And now we're gonna go to Windhelm and pick up some fast travel points there, and then we're gonna continue the horse tilt to the Shrine of RK beyond Windhelm. And this is for a setup that I discovered, which is a way of doing a glitch called dead loading. And dead loading is a glitch that's used for a couple different purposes, but the primary use is to load warp through doors. Load warping is a glitch that we can use to go through any loading zone that we've made a save at before, but we used to only be able to do it at cave entrance loading zones. But with dead loading, we can do it for loading zones that you walk through, like cave entrances. But with dead loading, we can do it through doors that you activate. And this will really speed up, and this is another type of horse tilting called ethereal tilting. sometimes called ghost tilting. This particular type is also called forge tilting, even though we're not doing it from a forge. We used to only think you could only do it through forges. But that's a whole other story. Maybe I'll try... Oh, whoops. Maybe I'll try to explain it more when I have time. There's a whole lot being thrown at you right at the beginning. But while I was going to this tanning rack, I took a lot of damage to get under 25 health, and I'm going to set up a load warp through Mizark, which requires you to be under 25 health and have the Blessing of RTA active to perform a dead load. Can I get this? Where is this?
We've hit such a nice rhythm across this show of like this episode in particular of like nice glitchless run and everything is busted and nice glitchless run and now Skyrim textures.
Where is the Tower of Mizark? I can't find it. Please let me find this. Where is it, please? Okay, yeah, this is annoying.
So what sort of visual cue are you looking for there, or are you like
a cylinder
underneath the map?
Kind of like a cylindrical structure thing. Okay, so there's Whiterun, so that means it should be around here. And I'm just struggling. There it is.
Nice.
Okay, and that's the first location I need to make a save at for load warping to later. Next is Morvenskar, which will be right here.
Never should have come here.
Yeah.
That may have been... That was pretty fast. I'm going to try to do it a little slower so I still have some control.
We love speed tech that can lead to you going too fast.
Yeah, that's part of why this is so much of a sandbox speedrun, because there's a lot of ways to route it. Okay, wow, I just went into that cave. Depending on like how fast force tilts you're comfortable with. So I'm going to try to pick up the fast travel points for Septimus Cygnus' outpost right here, Dawnstar right here, for Volkahar Keep, which is where we get the Bonehawk Amulet, which is the thing that Nords, specifically Nord vampires, can use to super stack. Pick up this, and then I think we should be good to go to our last location, which is the Winterhold Imperial Camp, and I'm gonna get some of the items that we need here.
What do you need?
We got our alchemy item, perfect. I need items with enchantments in alchemy, in smithing, and in health.
Here's what I can.
So as someone less familiar with Skyrim's breadth of categories, do most longer categories of the game start in a similar fashion, like setting up all your future load warp points just across the map?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. It didn't used to be like that. A lot has changed over the last, 6 months.
Oh, that recent?
Yeah. Yeah, I discovered the Shrine of RTA dead loading setup in June. And, where am I going now? And that kind of restructured a whole lot of categories.
That is very cool, but this far into a game's life, although I feel bad acknowledging that Skyrim came out over a decade ago. This far into a game, speed life people are still finding new ways to break it wide open, although I guess Skyrim is sort of famous for that.
Yeah. Just in my Ghost Hill, I'm discovering a lot of different locations, that, mostly because there's Daedric quests that need to be done there. I need to refresh my speed.
Just the little fast walking animation sends me every time. Love a good set of Skyrim elbows. Yes, chat is once again funnier than I am and has said it so eloquently. Skyrim is its own special kind of jank.
Right, it is. I've watched a lot of speed games. I've just never seen one like Skyrim.
Do you run other games besides Skyrim?
Not much anymore. I mean, I ran on Fallout New Vegas for a while. I ran a small indie game called Squidlet at GDQ 2020.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out.
I was under a different name, Nuclear. And this is when I become a vampire.
Oh, of course.
By trying to aggro these people and getting one of them to attack me. I'm going to quick save before he attacks me, and there's a 10% chance of each time I load and he attacks me, there's a 10% chance. I'm looking at the top left corner for it to tell me that he infected me with vampirism. So I'm just waiting for that 10% roll.
And you had mentioned that you had rerouted the category towards this. I assume right now we are still in stuff that is fairly stock standard, or are we already in the reroute?
No, it's already completely stuck. Oh wait, I got it. It's already in complete reroute territory. Well, it was already in reroute territory from the start because we're playing as a Nord, which we didn't used to do.
Oh, the race selection is the reroute. Okay, I'm excited.
And now we need to become a vampire because Nord vampires can super stack with the Bonehawk Amulet. There we go. Now I need to snipe one of these things. Cool.
Easy every time.
Way. Second guard to take me into Whiterun. Got Struggle to Solitude. And I got infected with vampirism, but I won't become a vampire until 3 endgame days have passed. So part of why I routed in this way is to bypass some time. Until 3 endgame days have passed and I become an actual vampire. Because, like I said, Nord vampires can super stack with the Bonehawk Amulet. I also just killed a Bonehawk, which has the materials I need to make the Bonehawk Amulet. And this massively speeds up the restoration loop that I need to do to get the really strong items and also the level 30 that I need to be able to start all the Daedric quests.
So the goal is broadly speaking, we're leveling up to be able to access all of them and then just doing one loop for every single Daedric quest at once?
Yeah. Where are my lever strips? I need to buy lever strips. Oh. Okay, that's good. There's my Bonehawk Amulet. I actually need 2 of them to super stack, so I'll duplicate the other later. I also need to buy a bunch of ingredients to craft potions for the alchemy loop. I also do need some specific ingredients for Daedric quests.
Got a pretty full.
What I'm doing here is vendor resetting. It's a pretty well-known glitch, I think. Quick save, attack the vendor and quick load, and it resets their inventory. So we can just keep doing this until I find all the ingredients that I need.
That is one of the glitches that has definitely crossed into my lay sphere. As I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, chat. I'm not an RPG girly. This is all really cool to me.
Pretty full stop. Need something for a potion? You're certainly in the right place.
I need troll fat, Daedra heart, and silverside perch. And I need glow dusk. Okay, so I still need ectoplasm and a Daedra
Got a
heart.
pretty full. Don't forget me, Nick.
Daedra heart. Let me just get
Got a pretty
ectoplasm.
full. Take it. Take it. Take it. All right. All right. Take it. Until.
What would you say the variance is on the vendor resetting? Like, how many rotations
I just got
is
it.
typical?
Okay, I just got it. I
So you're interested in.
guess like 10 total. That was like 15. But I've got everything I need. Did I get Death Bell? Yes.
So a little unlucky, but not actually punished.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gotta duplicate some stuff.
I know that duplication is like trivial in a great number of games, but just the complete casual tones are like, yeah, I gotta duplicate some items. It reminds me of like early Breath of the Wild, sort of like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I guess we gotta. It'll take 2 seconds.
And duplicate the Bonehawk Amulet. So I need 2 of them to super stack, and that should be enough of everything I need.
Watch what you're doing.
Last thing I need is, okay, I have my Fortify Alchemy item, so I need an Amulet of Talos, a Fortify Health item, and a Fortify Smithing item.
Fun.
Health,
Forget
and
just how
there's a
much
Fortify
stuff there is
Smithing
in Skyrim. Sorry, go ahead.
item. Yeah.
Finally.
Are these speech
have
increases
everything
something
I
that we
need.
care about for the run, or just incidental?
Just incidental, yeah. And last thing that I want to do is do a quick horse tilt over to the Blue Palace, so that I have the fast travel point in here. Need to go to the Blue Palace later. And it looks like I'm done in Solitude. I think I need to wait another 20 hours or so, so that 3 in-game days have passed. And I should, in just a second, become a vampire.
Who's
Come to
this
dra-
then?
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Soul Gem and another Soul Gem.
I'm
also
not going
doing
to lie.
the glitch where you just sell. Okay, fair. At becoming a vampire, I was also doing the glitch where you sell vendor their own inventory to get basically unlimited money from the vendor. Need to unequip the high crystals of alchemy and the necklace of health. Yeah, you were saying?
Chat's ready with lines. So you wish to master the arcane arts. No, I was saying you jump scared me a little bit when you said I think we have to wait, because for those of you just joining us, if you missed the beginning of the run, we are on a bona fide world record attempt right now. Category has just recently been rerouted. And when you said we have to wait 20, I was like, oh no.
What's happening? Okay, hang on.
Want to speak to you personally.
Your skin... I had you figured for...
Okay, there
Yes,
we go.
chat is
I don't know why.
absolutely flocking it, saying you
I don't know why that
right
wasn't.
now.
I'm super stacking right now. I don't know why that wasn't working at first, but I was kind of scared. I'm gonna. Okay. I think we should be good. Oh wait, no, I gotta load a quick save.
I just my eyes.
Oh wait, my quick. Okay, I gotta load the save I just made. I don't know why super stacking wasn't working at first. Okay, I don't know why super stacking won't work when I'm wearing a chef's tunic. Apparently I have to wear something else. Learn something new every day.
That is the fun of rerouting, I guess.
Remember,
Right.
your mind is the best
I'm
weapon.
gonna do
So-
it a few more times just to be safe.
For our lay audience, can you explain a little bit more about what super stacking is?
Yeah, certain races with certain items can basically equip them infinitely and stack the effects infinitely. So I'm just repeatedly equipping an item I enchanted, which is the Bonehawk Amulet with a Fortify Alchemy enchantment. Oh, come on. Why is it not doing? And this allows me to do sort of an accelerated Fortify Restoration loop that doesn't have the usual requirements of having a high alchemy and enchanting skill. And the Fortify Restoration loop, if you're not familiar, it's what Skyrim players do to get extremely powerful items, which we definitely need for this category, so that we can get level 30, because that's a requirement to get all the to do all the Daedric quests.
Chat is here
And-
supporting you. They're immediately chiming in. A classic of Skyrim.
It is a classic.
So you were at Hell?
Bye.
So you were at Hell?
Bye.
Committed crimes against what more?
Wait. Hang on.
My lord.
I need to drop my silver ingot first, because I don't want that to get confiscated. I need the silver ingot for the Periate quest.
Take a look.
And this is where I get to level 30.
Stay sharp.
Also need to buy a hunting bow and a steel
Take a look.
dagger. I'm gonna get my smithing to 100, and I'm gonna get my speech to 100 by selling him this superpowered steel
Here's
sword.
what I can.
And since I've got 3 skills to 100, that will be enough to level 30.
I wish it were that easy to learn smithing.
Take a
Wait, what happened to my steel sword? Okay, let me try that again.
What do you need?
Why? I'm just selling him the item and it's just disappearing. Hang on. Okay, let me just do this a slightly different way. I'm gonna make smithing legendary and I'm gonna level smithing again.
Be careful.
I need to buy back that seal ingot. Hang on.
What do you need?
That is one of the things that I truly appreciate with very clearly seasoned runners is the ability to sort of adapt as things go wrong. Because how much time, maybe this is a cursed question relatively early into the run, but how many runs of the new route have you put on before this one?
Exactly one run.
This is gonna be so cool, you know? If this works. No, but
Where
just
are you? Where
the
did you go?
adaptational knowledge to like keep the run going and stay in the middle of moving things, especially because everything moves at like 400 miles an hour and your character is throwing elbows at all times, is super cool to watch.
There, okay, and now I should be level 30. That took longer than it should have. Now I'm going to fast travel to Whiterun and this will trigger Sam Guaven, who is secretly the Daedric Prince Sanguine, to spawn in Whiterun. And now I kind of start the run in earnest. This is me going to Bleak Falls Barrow, where we begin the main quest, because you kind of have to start the main quest to do the Mephala Daedric quest. I need to horse tilt to Bleak Falls Barrow. And we go through Bleak Falls Barrow from the back exit because it's faster and you can whip through. I got an extreme fortify health enchantment so I can survive falling like this. I made a save to prepare for a load warp into Elemental Steep, which is another location I need to go to later for the Azura quest.
So I'm looking this up to check, but isn't the main quest completion world record somewhere below 24 minutes, which is where we're starting it now in this run?
Right. So I had to do a lot of stuff to get to level 30.
I love it. Just the different ways in which this game is broken.
You don't actually do this quest in the main quest category. You basically skip the first half of the game.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's a sequence break to, like, right in the middle of the game, pretty much. And you're gonna see a familiar friend right now.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Gonna load warp back into Dragon's Reach. Actually, just not gonna do that. I'm instead going to load warp here. How's my mic balance right now? Is it okay?
I can hear you all right.
Okay, just had to check. So I actually can't hear my game right now because I forgot to set that up. So I'm
It's okay.
actually
We can
just
always
playing this
we can
without
always get
audio
chat to
right now.
provide-
which shouldn't be a problem. I think I should be fine, actually.
Hey, what?
Well, you're on pace.
You see? Ah, so your information was correct.
Return
You let me know.
my
I will
beacons
do my
amount
best
kill
horse
free.
tilt scream. It will startle my cat, but I feel like that's not the vibe for Daedric.
And I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Chat dutifully here to supply a new hand touches the beacon as well.
That was too fast. I need to do it slower.
So where are we off to with this next horse tilt?
We're gonna... So I just drank an Extreme Fortify Destruction Potion, and that makes my Flame Cloak super powerful, and I think it just killed Myrmulnir. Yep, so you can see Myrmulnir's health bar at the top. So I just killed Myrmulnir with my super boosted Flame Cloak, and I'm also getting some other fast travel points that we'll need. This is for Namira's quest. I've got to set my speed here. Got to get Dragon Tooth Crater so I can get a Dragon Soul. Here it goes.
I knew it! Here we go!
Go. And I gotta kill all the Dark Elves there. And first I actually have to go down here and investigate Myrmulnir to progress that quest. Where are you? Okay, looks like I got a horse tilt over to Myrmulnir.
A much more simple affair. The horse part is the best part ever.
There you are.
How-
Are you?
Oh wow,
What
that's
is Myrmulnir doing? Are you gonna... Okay, cool. He started the dying animation. That's what I needed him to do.
that's enough. That's so cool.
It's enough to progress the quest. Gonna pickpocket the cube from Septimus since it's faster than talking to him. To Mizark. Some of these load warps are really precise. Okay, I got it that time.
Nice. Conservatively, how much of your time spent speedrunning Skyrim is on either selecting save or load? Like ballpark percentage wise.
A lot. I don't know how to estimate that.
It does seem to be the backbone of a lot of really cool stuff, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, do you ever
A thing
stop
that I
to think about it?
floated around for a long time is a no save menu category where you're allowed to press the quick save and quick load keys, but you can't use the save menu. I feel like people might be interested in that because it feels more like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes people don't like glitches that involve the save menu as much.
I have noticed in just speedrunning in general, it is a specific sort of like aesthetic of people who like menu-based glitches, I think Skyrim is cool because you get the reward of, like, you know, walking underneath the map and item duplication and, like, all these things that are more, I guess, quote-unquote conventional glitches. I don't know. People like what they like.
Yeah.
The Jarl has lead the way.
I apologize to the fans of Lydia, but she's gonna get sacrificed to Boethia later. What happened? Okay, that was weird. I never bought arrows. That's annoying. So I'm gonna have to try to melee this dragon. Okay, it's okay. It'll land. And I'm going to learn forward for a whirlwind sprint. Yeah, it's what happens when you have extremely powerful weapons. You can just one-shot everything. It's a side effect of needing to get to level 30.
Sure, I'm just having flashbacks to me struggling with literally everything, because I played Skyrim, like, right when it came out when I was rather small. This is a slightly different level of gameplay.
Get up this hill so I can learn for whirlwind sprint shout. There we are. I'm going to quick save here just to make sure I get it. And I think we should now have infinite whirlwind sprints because we have our resto boosted amulet of Talos. So we can just do this everywhere now.
Let's go, zooming. But zooming in the other way than we were previously already I love Skyrim glitches. Chat has, of course, put it better than I ever possibly could. Believe it or not, this is actually glitchless. These glitches are just unavoidable.
I assume it's part of the Temple of Kinna. People say there is someone in Rift. The companions? Been hearing some strange tales of the Jarl's children.
One down.
Need
If you're
anything
looking
else?
for... And another one for me. And how about you? So says
Celia
you.
here?
Wow.
Yes, Mom?
You know...
Don't
Hey,
forget to
you don't
polish
look
those
so
glasses
good.
later.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake
So
up.
we've got our levels, we've got our equipment, we've got our infinite whirlwind sprint. What is broadly the next sort of loop of the game?
Right now, we're just doing all the stuff we need to do for in Markarth, for the Namira quest, and for the Molag Bal quest.
I can't talk about it. All right?
This is right here, starting the Namira quest. Gonna make a save so I can load work back there later.
Not many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood.
Entering an exit Vistor is a faster way to get Eola to talk to me.
You were young. Then the It's okay now. A lot of our... Namir...
And
Not many would walk blindly
now
into a crypt,
we've started
smelling
the
of
Namira quest.
You were young when you
but not fear.
I have to trigger that scene with the Forsworn guy, which is supposed to start when you enter Markarth, because I need to do that to start the Molag Bal quest. Why am I here?
I've been looking.
Stop it.
A letter. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Let's get out of here.
On your journey home?
Be careful.
I'm gonna do one more Ghost Hill to discover a bunch more locations. Fast travel to later. That was too fast.
Just the slow collapse of the horse. I know it's probably rote to any seasoned Skyrim runner.
No animals were harmed in the making of the speedrun, that's what I always say.
It's true. He is actually very comfortable being tilted. Although, if we want to get expansive about it, you did just like one-shot a dragon with a dagger. That does
Okay,
that
that
is a
animal.
part of Skyrim.
That animal was harmed.
But the horses are for the people.
The Shrine of Mayburn's Dagon, fast travel point here. There it is. Shrine of Azura. If you're familiar with the Daedric currencies, the reason why I need these fast travel points is kind of self-explanatory. That wasn't fast enough.
What are you looking at to determine? Because you're calling the relative speed of that long before your character loads.
I'm looking at that. So I'm looking at that. That location icon at the top. There's location icon at. Okay, actually, you can't see it, and the reason you can't see it is because you're probably watching this at 30 FPS. I'm playing it at 60 FPS. What it happens is it vibrates every frame, and as it vibrates, like the width of the vibration is how I know how fast it is. But because you're watching it at 60 frames per second, you're not seeing it vibrate. Or because you're watching it at 30 frames per second.
That's extremely cool.
I beg of you. Can you? Excellent. Now.
I'm going to duplicate these buckets because I'm going to need them to clip out of bounds later. Okay, so in my last run, I really messed up this quest. So I'm going to make sure not to mess it up.
Oh, well, if it's just that simple.
Yeah, it is just that simple.
Ready for speedrunning advice for all of you. When in doubt, consider not messing up.
Make a save here so I can load work back later.
Great.
What's that?
Malachi.
You dare summon me, Yamars?
While I'm waiting for them to complete their dialogue, I'm gonna go back and continue the Hermaeus Mora quest by giving the Lexicon back to Septimus, load warp back to Largashbur to continue the Malakap quest. I am in the Malakap quest, right? Okay.
So when you were starting out with like learning Skyrim and stuff, what is your sort of strat for like, because you have to do a whole lot of menu management here in terms of like having files accessible for load warp points and stuff. Are you like a big spreadsheet person?
I am a big spreadsheet person, but I did glitchless runs for like 2 years before I started doing glitched runs. So by the time I started doing glitch runs, I had already just sort of accumulated kind of all the glitch knowledge I need. So like if you're just getting started with glitched runs, I don't know how much help I don't know how.
I'm stuck. You're going. Don't worry. Thanks to. I didn't.
That makes sense. Would you recommend starting with glitchless runs? I mean, given the complexity of some of the stuff I see going on, maybe that's obvious.
I guess so. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But I do love a good spreadsheet.
For anyone interested in spreadsheets, I made a big spreadsheet with all the altitudes of the locations in the game so that I know, because when you're in a ghost tilt like what I've been doing, your height is locked, so you can't go up or down, and that means you can only go two places. You can only ghost tilt two places that are at a close enough height to where you ghost tilted to where you started the ghost tilt. Which means you can only get certain fast travel points in your ghost tilt from certain locations. So I made just a big spreadsheet of like what crafting stations you do the ghost tilt from and what locations it's possible to get the fast travel point from that crafting station. Could probably link it somewhere. Anyway, this is the Malakath quest. Chuckroll's Warhammer, and that's a flawless ruby, so I guess I didn't even need to grab the one from that boat.
Don't you hate it when things go too well in your speedrun? Suspiciously well, even?
Our tribe has survived this long without you
Please,
interfering.
but
We'll be fine.
I see. Ah, that is good.
Yamars.
So he has been.
You'll have to prove yourselves, but I'm willing to give you a chance. Gullerzo's in charge now. Let's hope he's a better chief.
We're about to finish the first of 15 Daedric quests. This is one of the longest ones. For us, we'll start to fly by a lot quicker.
Well, one down.
One down, 14 to go.
How's the pace? How's the pace in the world record attempt?
I actually have no idea, because I wasn't, like...
This will be, I think, as more folks have hopped on in. If you're just joining us, if you've just joined us since I last brought this up, before the start of our run, Pekkanen was like, hey, can I have a loadless timer up? Because I would very much like to go for world record on this with the new reroutes that have happened to the category. And yeah, good question from chat. What is the current world record that we're trying to beat with this? Either
current world record is loadless is an hour 28 minutes by me.
All right.
But I have the Lotus world record. I actually don't have the RTA world record, so I can ideally get both the loadless and the RTA world record.
They are. As some of us wanted to find out.
It gets a lot more likely that I get the RTA world record and not the loadless record. That would still be really cool if I get RTA but not loadless.
Well, chat is definitely rooting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, are you sure of that? I think beer.
And rooting for horses. Multiple people have said this horse is the real dragon, or the real dragonborn, and that's.
I understand if you need some. Okay.
That's important.
First up. Now.
Why?
Never should have come here.
No. Not like this.
Malin's enchantments are broken. Hold on. I'm going to pull your soul out of there. Brace yourself.
And we've almost finished the second Daedric quest.
Easy there. We've done it. Now, the blacks. You keep it.
And that's 2 out of 15.
2 down, 13 to go. We'll do like a celebration at the halfway point or something.
Yeah. Oh no, there's a dragon here. Okay, I'm gonna just flood warp out because I don't want to have to deal with you.
Again, I gotta ask, what's the likelihood of unfortunate dragons in the middle of this run?
It happens. Now, unfortunately, we're sacrificing Lydia.
Distress your viewers.
What do you need?
Another corpse for the pile.
Okay, got it. Can't.
Well, now the time has understood Skyrim, my priest. It is time he is replaced. I am loath to kill and slay once his...
Until next.
Bye, Lydia. 07's already in the chat. Yes. This is a moment to reflect.
We're using a hyper-powered flame cloak to just kill everyone here. This is for the Boethia quest. I don't have any lockpicks. That actually might turn out to be a... Oh, here's a lockpick. Okay.
Game said, heard you were on a world record attempt.
Needs.
And that's 3 out of 15. Or it will be 3 out of 15 once I equip the Ebony Nail.
Basically 3 down, 12 to go.
You don't know.
So you had mentioned
Do you
taking
know?
about
I'm with
2
the Vigil of
years,
Stendarr.
or a number of years to run
Follow me.
glitchless before jumping
Thank you for your
into
time.
glitched categories.
Eyes
What made
Yeah.
you make the swap?
No wood rot on the furniture.
When I had run out of stuff to do in glitchless.
But the people
Because no, I was peeking the boards. You got some podiums, some world records in a number of different categories, some that I didn't even know existed. I also noticed as I was checking in the lead up to this show, the sole all achievements time on the boards. How long you been working on that one?
I did about 70 hours of routing, and then I did 1 run, which I put a lot of work into the route. I definitely over-optimized it, and then the 1 run I did was not very good. It was 6 hours, 4 minutes. The run could probably go under 4 hours. I'll
Could go
definitely do
under
more runs.
4, wow.
Yeah. 4 hours for all of base game achievements. If you include the DLC achievements, it'd probably be around 6 hours.
Yes. It's an altar. Men would come and sacrifice the wretched in my name.
This is for the Molag Bal quest.
Would be punished by the strong. But a Daedric lord has his enemies.
This is probably the longest state request. It's either this or Made Runesday Gone. That's the longest.
Until you
just because this one has so much dialogue.
Revenge. No, I want submission. I want the priest who did this to bend his knee and give me his soul. He comes by to perform Boethia's insulting rites.
That is also bringing up All Chivo's glitchless. What would you say the estimated time on that would be?
Estimated time all achievements glitchless. 9 hours not including DLC, 12 hours including DLC.
And that is why we have Make Your Own Victory for doing partial categories.
Right.
That is a meaty RPG run right there. Especially with
Actually, no, probably it would have to be longer than that. Probably 11 and 14 hours.
Unreal.
I've been trying to get the YouTuber Jabo. He said he was going to do it at some point, and he said that once he does an all achievements glitchless run, including DLC, I'm going to help him out with it. But he's not. He still isn't doing it. But, okay. So it is in Broken Tower Redoubt, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this right away. Yeah, so I've been trying to get Jabo to do the all achievements glitchless run. I've already prepared a whole route for him. He's already done it with New Vegas and Fallout 3, so excited. I would do it myself, but I want Jabo to do it so that he could get all the exposure.
Hey, that's community support and uplifting right there.
Yeah.
What was that?
Where am I going? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to actually just climb up the hill. Say climb up the hill and then I just force hill up the hill.
That's for an expansive definition of climb up. It counts.
Yeah, sure.
Climb by any means
Trying
necessary.
to get up to this top. Come on. There we go. Are we making it? Can I get up there? It's pretty annoying. This is also the one Daedric quest that I don't do in an all achievements run because it's the most annoying one. You can skip. You can do an all achievements run with all except one Daedric quest.
Rescue the Dark Mistress. Fine, I won't add.
Sure, why not?
And the reason for that is that you can get both quest rewards from the Hercene Daedric quest. And so then, as for the achievements, it basically counts as 2 Daedric quests. So if you get both request rewards for the Hercene Daedric quest, then you get to skip one other Daedric quest. And this is one that we skip in an all achievements run because it's the longest.
That makes sense.
Which also means that I haven't had as much practice with it.
I mean, I confess to not being an expert in Skyrim, but everything seems to have been going really well today. We already had the last run, our Cassette Beasts run, was a PB by a minute and a half in a 35-ish minute category. So the energy has been set. I believe in the world record.
Never meant. Go. No more. No more. I submit, Molag Ball. Yes.
You.
Yes.
You forsake the weak and pitiful Boethia.
Yes.
You're mine now, Logrov. Kill him. The mace of Molag Bal. I give you its true power, mortal.
Beat into submission is such a very specific quest marker. I'm remembering how Skyrim's turns of phrase are.
Now, I have a soul in oblivion that needs claiming. Take care of the house while I'm gone.
I guess that's the other question. How much of Skyrim did you play casually before hopping into speedrunning?
I only began speedrunning it in 2021. I basically played it since release.
Yeah, that's a little bit of casual playtime.
And that's 4 out of 15, by the way.
GG4. We're on our way.
And we're also done with the longest one. Come on, let me load warp out of here. So I don't have to run all the way out of this house. There we go. Now for Clavicus File. While I'm here in Fall Creek, I'm gonna also start the Hercene quest.
Did you see? There's one out. If you are willing to retreat, good.
Where's these vampires coming from?
So when it came to the reroute, obviously you mentioned the reroute started at the very beginning of the game in character creation. However, how much of the route, like the physical quest routing and sort of the map routing, changes around being a Nord? Is it just the alchemy loop, or are we routing quests in a different order as well?
We're routing quests in a different order, but not really so much because of the alchemy loop, but because the order of the quest doesn't really matter. And I just do them in the order that I feel like it.
So other than putting long ones or long and potentially difficult ones early, it's just sort of preference?
Yeah, pretty much.
You are exactly what I... Yeah! You see, my name is Bobbis. My master, he's kicked me out until I... Thank you. I know if this works out...
And what is your favorite of the Daedric quests?
Sheogorath. It's also the one we do last.
Good way to cap off the run?
Yeah. It's also actually faster to do Sheogorath last.
By all means, let's hear it.
Why is that?
It's the least I could...
Because once you finish the Sheogorath quest, you have to, like, do annoying stuff to get out, like, either, like, do some more stuff in the world, or just load warp out. So it's best to just finish the run there.
So if time is called, that's nice.
Yeah.
I couldn't have planned it better myself.
Chat was showing some love to Sheogorath earlier as well. Wish Sheogorath quest was a little more expansive in Skyrim. Oblivion's Shivering Isles was absolutely magnificent.
Also, Wes Johnston, voice actor for Sheogorath, he has been having some really tough health issues, and I think, like, the Elder Scrolls community really came together, like, to support him through the health issues, which I thought was
that's
really
amazing.
nice.
Yeah. We love community support. We love mutual aid. 'Tis the season, very much so, for uplifting one another.
I mean, Wes Johnson, I've heard really great things about him.
There's an axe. An incredibly powerful axe. An axe powerful enough for me to have quite a bit of fun indeed. If you bring it to me, I'll grant you my boon.
I think Wes Johnson, I think he was a voice actor for Sheogorath. Can someone confirm that for me?
I was about to say, I can... Chat will be on it faster than I can, but I can go slowly.
As I recall, it's resting in
yes.
Burrow.
Yes, he was, okay.
Lead you right to it. Little Mutt might even earn his place back at my side.
There's no blood here. Leave for me, mortal!
Get out of here. Why am I stuck here? Okay.
So what is our upcoming quest set?
Right now we're in Clavicus File. Next is Mayrun's Dagon.
the axe, and my dog. Splendid. Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact
Almost
for the
storybook.
prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame to give a weapon like that away, doesn't it?
I'm surprised that dialogue is like the most resilient to glitches part of the game.
Yeah.
You'd think when like you can unload the entire map and teleport around and infinitely level and give yourself infinite money, like.
Well, it's only like that in the all Daedric quest category, pretty much. There's like all of the Daedric princes, and then like 2 other NPCs specifically have unskippable dialogue. So I'm trying to master the dialogue, but since it's Daedric Prince, you can't really do that with the Daedric Prince. You just have to wait through the whole dialogue. Anyway, that's 5 out of 15.
Third of the way there. I suspect not a third of the way there on time, if I remember how this goes.
Okay, this is an adept level lock, so I'm going to try my best to crack it with a single lockpick. Never mind, I'm going to have to kill the guy to loot the key.
What was that? Over here, huh?
I don't know why I'm taking this gold. I don't need it. Basically, I have it from the all achievements category, where there is an achievement for getting 100,000 gold.
Yeah, because you run like 7 or 8 different Skyrim categories, if memory
Definitely
serves.
more than that, yeah.
How are you, at least?
At least,
I saw
yeah.
well, checking you out before the show. How do you do
some
with
that
round
aren't on the leaderboard
cross-pollination?
too. That's kind of the hard part. Okay, I got one of the 3 items I need for the Mayron Stagon quest. But yeah, like, I definitely have a habit of doing some things. Wow, I didn't get the more full fast travel point. That's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to run down there. Or I guess I'll have to horse tilt there.
When in doubt.
Oh, and I don't have any lockpicks. That's cool.
I've been looking. I've got it. Looks like that's it.
So I'm just gonna have to wait for this guy. Here you have a lockpick. Cool. Definitely should have bought a bunch of lockpicks at the beginning, but that's all right.
Of all of the steering you could be doing mid-run, this seems like a pretty acceptable way to steer.
Yeah.
Sheathe your weapons and come quietly. By the order of the Jarl, stop right there.
Okay, and where is the last part of... Here it is. So I'm going to have to horse tilt all the way over here, from, I guess, here.
How finicky are the elevation changes on the slopes when you're horse tilting?
It's tough to deal with. Okay, here we are. Do I have everything? Yep.
I need to.
Your ancestors wouldn't
And
want
here
this.
comes my first. Yes. Why don't you come in? Let's talk. And here comes my. Your. Feel free to look around. Did you have a little one of these? That was almost 100. At least 2. Here are my notes about them. I'll. Oh. There's a. I know how to put all the. Ever since. Don't you? I'll meet you at the shrine.
Yes, chat providing you the hype of, it took me 6 months to beat Skyrim, and you're doing it in 2 hours. We're not even beating the game. We don't believe in beating the game here on this show. We're in fact taking, what, like 4 times the length of beating the game to style on the video game. And that's more important.
All 15 of these Daedric quests that usually don't even do until you're like level 30. The Boethiah quest requires level 30. Most of these quests have a level requirement. This one I think is the second highest. It requires level 20.
While there is a pawn on the board, kill Silas. He and his family
And
have served their purpose.
through most means, getting to level 30 takes super long.
Kill him. Take your rightful place as my champion, or I.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how
So,
far I pushed
we had to
out
do an
in my
alchemy loop.
casual, and like to what level I actually reached before putting Skyrim down. It definitely took me a lot longer than, I don't know, 25 minutes.
I am pleased, mortal. I will give you my razor.
We're almost at 6 out of 15.
Havoc on Tamriel. You have been a worthy tool.
Including having finished the 2 really long ones.
In my name. Place your hands on my altar one last time, and you will witness the power of Mehrunes Dagon for yourself. Before you go more.
Okay, I'm gonna change up the order a little bit. I'm gonna do this one first because this will be in one less load war. I just realized. Okay, that's 6 out of 15. I'm gonna do Vermina now. Do I have enough buckets? Yes. There's a pretty big skip in this quest line. You don't have to talk to the priest. You just kind of grab the soul gem that you're not supposed to be able to grab yet by going out of bounds, and then he just kind of shows up.
That's convenient. I love the bucket clips. They're so funny to me every time.
Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working. Come on. What is this? Do I have to go here? No, it's definitely here. I don't know why this one isn't working. There we go.
Nice.
Take the soul gem, and then that just kind of skips half the quest, and Erendur just kind of shows up down here and acts like we've known him all along.
You vanished after drinking the... Sadly, I...
There's definitely a bunch of quests in this game where if you just grab an item that you're not supposed to be able to grab yet, usually like flipping out of bounds, then the game just thinks, oh, well, you must be at this point in the quest, and that just skips a big part of the quest.
No thank... I no longer...
Which, given that they've chosen to freeze the dialogue for the Daedric princes and their quests, seems pretty convenient. Any way to skip it.
Yeah. Why are you not dying?
Is this punished first? Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it. I call upon the skull.
Yeah, so I probably didn't mention this earlier. Most lines of dialogue, but not ones that are spoken by Daedric princes, are skippable by pressing quick save and then quick load. So I'm just pressing quick save, then pressing quick load, and that skips a line of dialogue from anyone that isn't the Daedric prince.
That is the most Skyrim way possible I could imagine to mash through dialogue. That's very funny.
Okay, and that's 7 out of 15.
We're almost at the halfway point.
Not supposed to be here. This is where I'm supposed to be.
I know you said you didn't have a specific live split comparison up, but how are you feeling about the pace?
So I will say this. I'm very confident that this is going to be an RTA world record. Not so sure about LRTA. Because my load times have definitely improved.
I was going to say, it's just the differences of just what is being eaten to loads right now.
Yeah. And if this is an RTA world record, then that'll still be really cool, I think.
I think so. I'm still counting it. We've had a couple world records on the show on Make Your Own Victory ever before.
Why is Nelkir? Okay, I don't know why Nelkir is staying up there. Why isn't he coming down here? Okay, there he is.
Another one.
Good, we unsteering. There he is.
This is from a follow-up quest.
Yeah, I was saying we've had a couple of world records. Admittedly, one or two of them are because they were the only historical run of the categories in question because we made them up for the show.
Yeah.
So, this, I think, an RTA world record here is something I, for one, am slapping on a banner and shouting about.
For someone more fit.
The RTA world record is, you'll have to check, but I think it's like an hour 56.
I can pull that up for you.
Agency. Regrettably,
I am seeing an RTA world record of 158.30.
158.30, yeah, feeling good about that.
Knowing who I am, few hear my whispers anymore. I am Mephala, the Lady of Whisper.
I mean, it's good, because our estimate is only like 7 minutes longer than that.
Love, hatred, loyalty, betrayal. The boy was good at sussing.
I mean, like I said, today has just been, people have been absolutely shredding their times. I am so impressed. Like I said, I'm not a huge RPG person generally. Definitely do not have the brain power for Skyrim menu glitches. But watching, this has been a very, very good day just on a raw speedrunning side. I'm biased in favor of everyone's showcases all the time, but it's very cool to see when like things go right, when the execution is there. It's been a very crispy day.
Person such as yourself. The whole of Whiterun is ripe with paranoia
And this is the one Daedric quest that is really mostly just dialogue. The thing about this Daedric quest is it requires us to kill Myrmilnir, which is why we had to do the Bleak Falls Sparrow quest and then the Killing Myrmilnir quest. But as a side effect of killing Myrmilnir, we also have access to shouts, which is why we can whirlwind sprint everywhere now.
guide your path.
You. I told... For some reason, how you get it from them is up to you.
And yes, off of chat, we're talking about RTA. That is real-time attack as opposed to loadless time. You'll see that Pekkanen has on his webcam a loadless timer that is automatically removing the loads, which is what Skyrim leaderboards sort by default. But as this is a showcase, we're also timing it RTA, and the Skyrim leaderboards do include an RTA timer to compare to, since load times can be different between different runners and different machines for any number of reasons. And so we will take a world record by either timing method.
Sharp enough to see that the sword doesn't.
That's 8 out of 15.
All right, we're at the halfway point.
You've come. The drug. I was hoping you.
It has languished too long.
I kind of have to do that to deload and reload the bucket so it's in a more stable state. But there we go. Okay. That helps me.
Drink the blood of deceit.
Can you elaborate slightly on what you mean by a more stable state?
Okay, it makes it easier for
My blade is a darling leash that feeds on deceptions and nourishes its.
it makes it easier for me to click through it.
Gotcha.
So I quick save, exit the area, and then quick load, and then deloads and reloads the bucket.
You've returned. Divine. Here. Take my.
Seek out those closest to you.
I suppose.
The final pluck of their misguided heartstrings.
That's a different use of dead loading, which is remote interaction. Allows me to get allows me to remotely interact with that bench, so I didn't have to run all the way back down here, or clip to get back down here again.
Come with me.
And we're almost done with an Amira quest.
I'm just glad we had.
And what a happy-looking quest it is.
Last mistake. Last mistake.
Come on. Wait, I need to actually kill him. What is happening? I'm gonna try this again. What are you doing? Hello?
Uh-oh, what is happening?
Okay, that was weird, but I think we're good now. That was a little weird. I don't know what happened there.
Would you say? And I know I gave some side eye to the horse tilt screamers, but as a representative of Games Done Quick, would you say that that's never happened before?
It's never happened before.
Let's go.
That's never happened before.
I gotta keep my quota up. Don't tell chat. No, it's always. I am consistently stymied by how frequent, since joining Hotfix this past season, I am genuinely amazed at how frequently we run into those. It's so good.
Newest champion.
Okay, gotta kill these people to get what I need for the Hermaeus Mora quest. Oh yeah. And I'll go ahead and do Perriate now.
A one, not if you wish to commune with. Yes, the ins. How can I assist?
I need vampire dust. Okay. I get vampire dust. I think these vampires are still alive. I don't know why I didn't have that.
You said, I think these vampires are still alive? What could make that a contested thing?
I might have accidentally killed them. Well, I guess they were already dead anyway, so that's... Where are the dead vampires? Where do I get vampire dust? Come on. Give me vampire dust. This wasn't supposed to happen.
What do we need the vampire dust for?
For the Perriate quest, it's one of the requirements.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna just go ahead and do this now. I'm definitely not doing things in the order I'm supposed to be doing them anymore. But I'll just go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna talk to Hercian while I think about where I should get vampire dust.
I am the spirit of the hunt. Just one glimpse of the glorious stalker that your kind calls...
Chat, ever helpful. Can't you just get some of your own dust? As a vampire?
I wish.
Wouldn't that be so easy?
Yeah.
You bear my ring. The one who stole it has fled to what he thinks is his sanctuary. Just as a bear climbs...
My brain is so foggy right now. I don't know why.
But only ends up trapping himself. Seek out this rogue shifter. Tear the skin from his body and make it an offering to me.
So I can take your stuff.
Fly, my hunter. There are others who vie for my favor. A bit of competition. Don't dally while the prey flees.
Then if we just swap to a different quest line for the time being now?
Yeah, I'm completely just doing things out of order at this point.
You had brought up earlier that the difference in order between quests doesn't matter that much, at least.
It really doesn't. Please.
Hands up.
Oh, I accidentally quick loaded. Okay.
Focus up, you got this. You're on pace, everything is still going well. When it rains, it pours.
You have vampire dust.
Nice. The game knowledge you have displayed is nothing
That took
short of
way too long.
spectacular.
Fire is not. Have you? Yeah.
Breathe deep.
So this will be coming up on 9 out of 15?
This will be 10 out of 15.
10 out of 15.
We've done 9 out of 15. I think I'm going to try to do like numbers 10 and 11 kind of at the same time.
And I wonder...
After all of that, I'm not thinking this is going to be an LRT world record. Sorry about that. The RTA I'm still confident about. My load times have gotten a lot better.
All right. Reki is Reki. We're still putting it all on the table for that.
Play that infected a scattering of Breton villages.
One of my monks, the elf Orchendor, was sent to gather these afflicted.
Because I have the LRT world record, I don't have the RTA world record. So if just what it looks like is I'll have the LRT world record and the RTA world record, but like not in the same run, which is a little weird.
2 separate runs? That is really funny.
Yeah.
Want you to go to the Farthing.
Oh yeah, and there's not a lot of time in either direction. I've pulled up the leaderboards after our last conversation about like all the little, all the side categories and all of your records and podiums. Yeah, it's like 30 seconds in both directions for LRT and RTA. That's really, really funny.
And this dungeon that we're about to go into is absolutely massive. Luckily, we can just go in through the back exit and clip out of bounds past a wall, and that'll skip the whole dungeon. Where are we going?
Nice.
This. Quick load. And we just skip the whole dungeon by going through the back exit. There's another flawless ruby. Okay, I really didn't need to get that flawless ruby.
Game said, sorry about the vampire dust. Here's some gems.
Did I get all the stuff I needed for? I still need Fulmer blood. Ah, I forgot about that. Okay, I actually literally have no idea where I'm going to get Fulmer blood. It's kind of a problem.
We've surmounted this once before. I have faith we can surmount it again.
Yeah.
And Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience.
Okay, I'm gonna get it in the soul, because why not? We have completed 10 out of 15.
2/3. Home stretch.
Where's resolved? There it is.
Obviously, I am still gunning for the world record, but I will say, in the like improv and adaptation, there is something that is very both funny but also like cool about like, well, yeah, we can walk through walls, we can go anywhere we want on the map, we have infinite money if we want it, we have infinite items of whatever type we need, like just the puzzle of like, how do we get the specific key things we want when most of the gameplay of Skyrim, the vanilla gameplay of Skyrim, is like not an issue, is it honestly makes a good case for glitched speedruns. Like it is a different, you're thinking on a different sort of level.
There should be a Fulmer in here somewhere. Oh, here. There we go. And now I want to look for here. That's actually not what I want to do. First, I want to go to Septimus. Wait, no. First, I want to talk to Isolde. Should wait until daytime.
I need to
She'll be
ask
around
you
here somewhere.
Let me
I work with my
You are?
mom.
Before my ma and
I
dad
need to
passed,
I
I spent a... It's not about... But if there isn't going to be a wedding, you went...
Yeah, so you can just talk to Isolde to sequence break the Sanguine quest, and
She said the ceremony was going to be in...
that kind of breaks her dialogue, but it skips most of the Sanguine quest.
It's just by talking to her?
Just by talking to her, yeah. Just talk to her before you get the instruction to talk to her, and that kind of skips the quest.
That's
The quest,
amazing.
and it also breaks her dialogue. Why am I not getting over here? Okay, I'm gonna just force hold over you. That should be easier.
When in doubt, break out the trusty horse.
Yep.
Dig. I can almost. What is this?
Come, my champion.
Bring up on 11 out of 15.
Now.
3 of the upper 4, and we're not going to get RTA. We're not going to get LRTA world record. We are going to get RTA world record.
All right. I was gonna say, what would you say? What would you say the time left for the final 4 quests are? For those of us keeping watch.
It's going to be another 10 minutes or so. 10 minutes LRT, 12 minutes RTA.
Oh yeah, we got this.
Septimus was a useful tool for unleashing it. Now it is in your hands. Let us work wonders together.
That's 11 out of 15, and I'm gonna that's for wrong save.
Final 4. And it sounds like we've saved relatively easy ones difficulty-wise for last as well.
Yeah. We've also saved my favorite one for last.
Was that also true on the old route before the Nord reroute?
It's also the Shiogorov quest is also the last thing we do in an all achievements run.
You're here. I thought you might not remember. Oh, the Hagraven feather. Really? And you did just that. This may have begun as my pleasure, but I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.
That's 12 out of 15.
What an anticlimactic ending to that quest.
Yes.
Free to go. I believe.
Why?
And I can't, if you spare me.
I think I have to just kill him.
You've done well and found. Look good. You've done well, Hunter.
Okay, that's actually 13 out of 15. Okay, wait, what am I missing right now? Boethia. Is it literally just... Hang on. Oh, Meridia. Meridia, of course.
If they love me not, how can my love reach them?
Basically, all that's left is Meridia and Sheogorath, and also just equip the armor to officially finish. But I'm not going to equip the armor until the end, because I need to keep my current armor on.
Makes sense.
Malkaran, guide my light through the temple to open the inner sanctum and destroy the...
So it's technically the last quest that actually completes Boethia.
This is the second to last quest is right now. Yeah, Boethia is technically the second to last quest that completes.
Gotcha. Yeah, you were not kidding. The pace picked up precipitously here at the end.
But I had just enough buckets to do all of my buckets.
There is a certain beauty to that. Cat, may you have just enough buckets for all of your speed tech.
It is done. The Defiler is defeated. Take Dawnbreaker from its pedestal.
Gonna go ahead and...
You have done well, my champion. You have earned my respect. A feat few... I shall write your name upon
so that's
the tablet
formally 14 out of 15?
That is officially 14 out of 15, now that I've equipped
Final quest! Yeah, wow.
My ebony mail.
I just peeked at the RTA time. Yes, you have shredded it.
Its gifts will resonate with your talents.
Perk of having not just a better computer, also kind of cleaned out my hard drive. It's like the SSD that is running on is something like 20% full.
Oh, I'd get in trouble for that.
Remember,
that'll do it. I know Skyrim can be sensitive to that sort of thing.
Will it.
Oh, I couldn't. Ow! Free! Ooh! Well? But seriously. Oh, you know, where the... Honestly.
How close are we to time?
Now that... So...
3 or 4 more minutes.
Okay. I saw King Arthur's face. I was like, there's no way.
How rude! Can't be bothered. You've headed down the path of dreams. All you need to do is find something to wake our poor Pelagius up. You'll find his terrors easy to repel, but persistent.
I really have no idea what the logic behind what I'm supposed to do here is. All I know is the order that I'm supposed to.
Chat in celebrating the pace is somewhat mixing songs. I see a little bit of High School Musical and a little bit of Final Countdown, but I do agree we are in fact soaring and also flying. Those are two of the verbs that I would describe Skyrim
You're
with.
moving right along. We'll both be home. No time.
Okay, now it's nighttime and I can actually sprint again. Cool. Since I'm a vampire, my stamina doesn't regenerate during the day.
Good choice. Well,
I also can't whirlwind sprint during this quest.
to get you so terribly entertaining. You might find it less.
So here, close to the end of the run, how you feeling about the reroute on the whole? Gonna see.
Definitely good. Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Although I suppose in the grand
What would you
scheme
say your like goal, your end time for this newly routed all Daedric quest would be? LRT or RTA?
LRT, probably some 120.
Nice.
I never get that part right. Oh, but she taught her son well. Pelagius learned in a very early age that danger could come from anywhere, at any time, delivered by anyone. The objective here is simple, you simpleton. Use your Wabaja to defeat the enemy. They do the same. Oh, I thought you'd never figure it
Guess
out.
that's it.
With the threat gone, Pelagius.
Looks like we are approaching sub 150 RTA. This is if this is the denouement.
Pretty much. Yeah, this should be sub 150 RTA.
But the deepest for himself.
Big request completed. It says 14, and soon it will say 15.
And continue hating everyone.
I think, yeah, that's it.
Is that time?
No, not yet.
Okay.
This is the third thing out of
Sorry,
three.
I misread that was it. I'm excited. I'm ready to pop off.
And we're coming up on time.
Let's make luggage.
Oh, I forgot there's this whole thing.
As for you.
And time.
Unreal. Wow, today has been a day of
148 something RTA.
yeah, of just destroying the estimates. I'm gonna wait to catch up on the stream here to see what the final time is. 148.26.
Nice.
That is a 10-minute improvement to the RTA world record. Unbelievable. Congratulations. I know this has been a recent project of yours. When I asked you to come on the show, you were like, hey, I have this long category. I've just rerouted it. So GG. I am excited to see you destroy the LRT Recce as well in due time. Please tell the people where they can find you, what you're up to, and what your communities are like.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Pekkanen_SR. If SR is either for Skyrim or Speedrun. Works either way. And definitely join the Elder Scrolls Discord server. We're super welcoming. I try to answer any questions from anyone who asks them in there. So if you go to speedrun.com/Skyrim, should be linked near the top. And I'm gonna probably do like 2 or 3 more runs of this category to try to get sub 120. Maybe a few more than that. And then probably something weird. I don't know, something like all skills 100, because I know someone did that and I want to try to beat it.
Oh, we're getting into the depths of the category extensions type beat.
Right, yeah.
I love that. That is my favorite thing in the world. Any other shout-outs, anything for you?
That's it. Follow me on, subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/@Pekkanen_SR, the @Pekkanen_SR. I'm probably more active on YouTube than I am on Twitch. So I think that's it.
Cool. Well, thank you so much again for coming on, Pekkanen. Chat, please give a world record by 10 minutes RTA. Please pop off. I would like to pop off louder than I am now, but I'll startle my cat. Yeah, friends, this has been a truly incredible day here on Make Your Own Victory. That was, I think, multiple multi-minute PBs, including a world record. We've absolutely shredded some estimates today. This has been truly so much fun. Like I said at the beginning of the show, and I think a little bit earlier in Skyrim, I am not myself an RPG aficionado, so this has been very eye-opening for me. I am definitely checking out several of these runs myself after the show. But that is actually going to be it. We made such good time. This whole day has been nothing but straight fire from our runners. But that is going to conclude Make Your Own Victory for tonight. We are going to be back a little later in February. Our next show is going to be February 22nd, because early on in March is when Speedruns is happening, the major French speedrunning event. You can still, if you want to commentate the English restream for that, you can still apply to do that. The applications are open until February 12th. You can use !speedons in that in the chat in order to see where to go to apply and check out the schedule as well. But so our next show is going to be in 3 weeks, not 4. As well, this upcoming weekend is Back to Black 2025, so the Hotfix programming is a little bit wonky. You can be sure to check out the schedule on gamesdonequick.com/hotfix for how the Hotfix schedule is adapting.